A renowned car manufacturer, known for its quality and innovation, suddenly finds itself in the midst of a storm. The reputation crisis that hit Toyota in 2009 made millions of consumers question their trust in the brand. Distressed customers, massive recalls, and Toyota's image in freefall. These are just a few ingredients of this saga that takes us behind the scenes of one of the world's most competitive and challenging industries. In 2009, a fatal accident that claimed the lives of 4 members of the same family brought the world's attention to Toyota, casting doubt on whether the automaker truly delivered the safety it promised. Amidst these turbulences, some questions lingered. Did Toyota know about all these issues, or did they simply ignore them? How many deaths could have been prevented if the automaker had paid more attention to the existing problems? Since its foundation in 1937, Toyota demonstrated an unwavering pursuit of excellence. In the 80s and 90s, the brand stood out with iconic models like the Corolla and the Camry, not only offering reliable performance but also fuel efficiency and cutting-edge technologies. Toyota's advertising campaigns emphasized not only the quality of its vehicles but also Japanese values of precision and attention to detail. These elements resonated well with consumers, solidifying the brand as synonymous with durability and satisfaction. Toyota's just-in-time production approach revolutionized efficiency and waste reduction in car manufacturing. This resulted in models that stood out for their quality. It's no wonder that in the 2000s, Toyota reached the top of sales and customer satisfaction lists. Awards for reliability and recognition from independent bodies solidified its reputation as a leader in quality and durability. However, starting in 2009, a series of events put the entire Toyota empire at risk. The first reports of uncontrollable acceleration emerged in the late 2000s. Scared owners described situations where their cars accelerated without warning, causing panic and alleged devastating accidents. Among these accidents, one specific incident stands out, marking the beginning of a major investigation into the reliability of Toyota cars. On August 28, 2009, an American Highway Patrol officer was driving with his family on a San Diego road in California. In the car were his wife and daughter, along with his brother-in-law, who were aboard a Lexus, considered one of Toyota's luxury models. Suddenly, things started spiraling out of control. The driver noticed that the accelerator was allegedly stuck, and he could no longer control the car, which was already speeding at almost 200 kilometers per hour on the highway. An emotional recording captures the moment when Mark's brother-in-law on board managed to call emergency services and reported that the car was out of control. But it was already too late. A few seconds later, the car crashed into a ravine, taking all occupants instantly. But what really happened in this accident? Was the family's death caused by driver error or a mechanical failure of the vehicle? Initial investigations by local police raised the hypothesis that a poorly placed floor mat might have trapped the accelerator and caused the accident. But despite Toyota's efforts, this version was not easily accepted by people, especially by the victims' families. It's worth noting that it was an experienced highway patrol officer who might have been ready to handle any danger that he could resolve himself, such as a mat trapping the accelerator. The pressure on Toyota increased even more when these incidents caught the attention of lawmakers. Congressional hearings in the United States brought forth reports of traumatized drivers and raised questions about the safety of the vehicles. The media played a crucial role in spreading these stories, increasing public awareness and pressuring Toyota for answers. Headlines and investigative reports put the brand in the spotlight, forcing the company to confront the allegations head-on. The brand's consumers, many of them loyal for years, expressed their frustration and disappointment through protests and demonstrations. They sought answers, accountability, and assurances that the problems would be resolved. Internally, Toyota faced a complex dilemma. The company had to balance crisis management while preserving consumer trust and reaffirming its commitment to quality. But how to do that? The accident that killed Mark Saylor's family raised an alarm along with a question. What was Toyota's actual responsibility, As cases of unintended acceleration gained prominence, a series of accusations began to pile up against the company. These allegations, some with deep roots, cast doubts on the brand's integrity and challenged its reputation. Automotive safety experts delved into the reports, claiming that the causes could be linked to defects in electronic systems or failures in essential mechanical components. Meanwhile, the automaker insisted that its vehicles had no issues but rather the risk of accidents when drivers used inappropriate floor mats. At the same time, consumers from different parts of the world began reporting similar problems in various Toyota models, and the number of complaints skyrocketed. From sedans to SUVs, incidents of uncontrollable acceleration began to multiply, raising widespread concerns. Automotive safety experts delved into the reports, claiming that the causes could be linked to defects in electronic systems or failures in essential mechanical components. Internal documents from Toyota surfaced, revealing internal discussions and decisions that raised questions about the company's transparency regarding the issues. These revelations only fueled the narrative that Toyota was not being entirely honest. NASA itself released a detailed investigation into the safety of Toyota vehicles. The conclusion of the American Space Agency was that Toyota vehicles had no acceleration issues. Nevertheless, it was not enough to remove the automaker from the midst of the storm and restore the confidence of its consumers. In this same period, it was discovered that some of Toyota's engineers were aware of a problem in the construction of the pedals. This only helped reinforce the idea that Toyota was not being 100% transparent with its consumers and law enforcement authorities. The automaker even issued a series of recalls for millions of vehicles, but this only served to increase the sense of distrust hanging over the company's factories. After many investigations, it was proven that there were no accidents caused by pedal errors, and the only accident that might have been caused by the incorrect use of the floor mat was the one involving Mark Saylor and his family. Nevertheless, Toyota now found itself compelled to do something that would break the barrier of distrust generated between the company and its consumers. As the reputation crisis and recalls shook Toyota, the company realized that restoring its image would require more than simple corrections. A complete repositioning was necessary, starting from the inside out. Ultimately, it was concluded that a set of terrible variables contributed to destroying trust in the automaker. The accident with Mark Saylor and his family, the poor communication from the company's executives, and the media taking advantage of the situation to gain more viewership, created the perfect storm for Toyota. Internal restructuring became the crucial piece of the recovery puzzle. Toyota reviewed its operational practices, highlighting customer safety as the top priority and fostering a culture of transparency and collaboration to ensure the ongoing safety and quality of its vehicles. Toyota established new rigorous safety protocols. Research and development centers were enhanced to ensure early detection of problems, and continuous improvements were implemented. This case shows that even major companies go through challenging moments, but what really matters is how they can deal with these adversities. This crisis revealed that the ultimate culprit was indeed Toyota itself, which failed to quickly prove that the problem was not in its vehicles. Moreover, it took actions that made it seem like there was indeed something wrong that the company was hiding. The result was a chaotic period, accompanied by a considerable drop in sales. It took time, but Toyota managed to recover and regain the trust of its consumers. Today, the automaker leads the global market, remaining steadfast for the third consecutive year as the world's largest automaker. But what do you think about all this? Do you believe that Toyota was the major culprit for this crisis, or were external factors worsening the situation? Feel free to leave a comment and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much for staying until the end. Before you go, leave your like and check out the video where we talk about the problems happening with electric cars. A big hug, and until next time. Do you know which business model offers high profit margins, immense scalability, and requires low initial investment? The startup market specializing in software development is the optimal choice to bring together all these advantages. However, the only place where you will truly find a highly scalable service that demands low investment is with Roadmap. Roadmap has global experience providing consulting and developing apps for startups in the United States, Europe, and Latin America, making it by far the best option for new entrepreneurs. If you want to venture into the premier market, contact Roadmap right away through the website www.roadmap.co/home or via email at contact@roadmap.co.